Horror is a genre that I explore on and off on this channel. Whether it be Nextbots, in VR, or on Roblox, horror has left a footprint on this channel. Whether good or bad, I've seen them all. But in today's video, we will explore a horror game that kind of does both. So, what did I explore? Faith is a horror game on Roblox about a dangerous virus that has infected the world, and players have to search for a cure, or search for a power box to help restore school's power. This game was created by Tiny Panda Studio on April 6, 2022, and has 7.7 million visits, with nearly 200,000 favorites. Me and two other friends played this, and safe to say, it wasn't what I expected. Quick note before we start, this video is inspired by Sournale's Polish review series, so be sure to check out his channel after this video, as his Polish review series alongside his other videos make for some great content. Alright, now let's get on to the video. The game starts with the recording footage of being on a pier after traveling to what appears to be a deserted island. After getting off the pier and walking through the forest, you reach a fence that features a door. But oh no, it's locked! Then you have to make your way back to the boat. Great start. Once you reach the boat, you will find a chair that wasn't there before when you spawned in. After a spooky cutscene plays, where a guy in a radioactive suit, supposedly with a G virus, pushes you off the pier and you fall into the water. Whoa! It was all hallucinations. Sorry. Anyway, you have to make your way back to the fence. After walking through the forest again and making your way to the fence again, you'll find someone messing with what seems to be power, and you have to follow it, which will take you to a school that appears to be abandoned, named Brownstone School. Which, why the hell was there a school on a deserted island in the first place? It's not like you're gonna crash land onto a deserted island and then learn algebra or something. Anyway, once you reach the school, oh noes! The gates are locked! Time to find a way to get the gates unlocked. Oh wait, there's a hole in the fence. Once you make your way through the hole, you reach the main door. But that's locked too! Yeah, this is pretty much the pattern before you get into the school. You find a locked entrance, and then there's another entrance that is unlocked. Great game design. Once you go to the far left side of the school, you will find a door with a note on the wall to its left. It reads, "If you are one of those tree worshippers, then go away. We are willing to defend this school in any way we can." And there's a date printed on the bottom. August 15th. 2026? This was written in 2026? World War III must have happened then, because how did the school get this way? How did the G virus spread? This is some war we're uncovering in a Lego horror game. Anyway, but entering the school marks the end of Phase 1. Now that we've entered the school, it marks the beginning of Phase 2. It starts with a very creepy noise we have to find the source of. The school also has some decorations with some sports awards on its walls, like this one from 1966? Geez, this place really is abandoned if it's that old. Anyway, once you find the source of the sound, located in the main office, we have to find a generator. But while looking for the generator, I found another note with the same date printed as the last one. This one reads, "Come to me, you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." Faith is a great gain for those who are content with what they have. You are so precious in my eyes, so precious, and I love you so much that I gave humanity in exchange for you. Enjoy the goodness of the Lord. Happy the man who takes refuge in him. Wait, they gave humanity in exchange for us? Wow, World War III really did happen. But after that interesting note, we went into a gym, and then lights started to flicker, and then a monster showed up, emitting a red glow.
He's just standing there, menacingly!
And now we have to run to safety. Luckily, it didn't seem like the monster was chasing us, but then it showed up in one of the hallways, and all of a sudden, we teleported into a classroom, and then a very slow-moving cinematic cutscene followed.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
But then, the chairs and everything in the room lost gravity and levitated up to the ceiling. A very monotone setting James, who has been here since the first phase, told us to
No.
We then walked out of the classroom and we had no more objectives. Great. Oh wait, never mind. But then what followed was probably the most fun part of the game. We had to find 6 power boxes, as well as turn on 5 lamps, whilst being chased by that monster we found in the gym. I kid you not, this took us well over 15 minutes, and I was getting bored quickly. But luckily that was the end of that phase, as we found a map and a way out of the abandoned school. For the spooky radioactive band from Phase 1 shows up and does a vector for Despicable Me.
Not so fast!
We have left the school, and now we are in a car that is being driven by that radioactive man, and he drives us to a gas station before just disappearing. After wandering around which direction to follow the road to, we found a mental asylum and explored it. In the asylum, we found this note, which is about a patient who was at this asylum and was from 2005. It says that it was kidnapped at a young age and doesn't remember it. It can't sleep anymore, constantly escapes, and shows no aggression but screams loudly and moves fast. Interessant. Seriously, that's what Google Docs suggested me. Anyway, after reading that note, we stumbled upon a pink bear, which would later be useful for 3 goddamn puzzles we had to solve. Also, did I mention that when opening your inventory using tab, you may have picked up things such as these bears or whatnot, but in your inventory, it's nothing but keys and locks. After exploring more of the asylum, we came across a hallway, where we had to solve 3 goddamn puzzles, one involving one of the bears we found earlier, letter blocks that the average Rec Room player would play with, and paintings that we'd have to sort by their printed year. After solving all 3 goddamn puzzles, our reward was a key, which we used to unlock a door, which when we went in, showed us directions to another goddamn puzzle, this time with a monster chasing us. Yeah, I've had enough of faith for one day. In conclusion, Faith overall was a pretty okay game. I mean, it wasn't as good as other horror games I've seen on the channel, like The Mimic, but at least it was better than Grandma.
Oh my Cheshire? What the fuck was that?
Now, I'm not attacking the developers for making a garbage game. It is pretty difficult to create a masterpiece, but my issues overall were that, 1, there were tons of bugs. Like at the end, when me and Josh both died, the jump scare played twice for me. Or in the beginning cutscene, it immediately jumped from a scene of what appeared to be a ship to the forest on the island, and tons of other cutscene related bugs. There was also a bug where it constantly played sound clips of you breathing, regardless of whether you were running or not. The AI in this game also isn't the best, especially during the second phase in the school. For example, moving just 1 step out of a room when the monster was close, and it would come running towards you in a heartbeat. It was also faster than you, even when sprinting, which, when a horror game features that, it's just unfair for the player, especially when you can't jump. Another gripe I have is the overall pacing. It's slow, and is most of the time a walking simulator, like most horror games. But other than that, I do like the visuals, the plot was decent, I do like plots about post-apocalyptic type scenarios, and the addition of your flashlight being able to run out of battery was a nice touch as well. So overall, I think Faith was an okay game. Not good, but not bad either. Again, this wasn't a video of me trash talking about a Lego horror game into a mic on YouTube, but what Sournale said.
Rather, it's a lesson that, if you ever want to design a horror game, Roblox should not be your go-to engine. As not only do the graphics give it a kid-friendly vibe, but there's also just a lot of jank in general with all the elements in the game.
And so with that, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next Roblox video. Goodbye.